nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Welcome back to the channel. I hope you stay subscribed, click like, and drop a comment. Now, I wanted to talk about this because I wanted to get some feedback. Would you or would you not? Because I've been watching this and I've been waiting for them to make the announcement that I knew that they were going to make. The FDA, that is the Food and Drug Administration, has cleared lab-grown meat for human consumption. Will you as a human be consuming lab-grown meat? And you know that they don't label as it is. You know they trick people with certain words. They do it with, I'll say, eggs. When you're looking for organic eggs from chicken that's been running on the farm and you don't want those factory farm chickens that have had their beaks cut off because they're so stressed because they're contained in this little area with other chickens and there's mice running around. Some of them are pecking, they would peck each other to death because they're so stressed because they're just there to produce eggs. They will say this is natural, cage free, even though they may be cage free, but all of them are in a barn and will never see the sunlight ever in their life. So I can only imagine that they will be doing the same with this lab-grown meat. This meat will be next to actual real animal meat that is raised. It says farm to table has long been a sought-after designation for food, but lab to table might be the next trend for your favorite animal protein. Not I. In a landmark ruling, the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has cleared lab-grown poultry for human consumption. On November 16th, the FDA stated it has no further questioning regarding the production of cell-cultured chicken by California's Upside Foods. Of course, everything demonic is just coming out of California, but it says cultured. And, you know, that could trick some people. But it would give me, because cultured mean that you've been letting something grow in a petri dish. And if you think that I'm going to consume something that's been growing in a petri dish, you've lost your mind. This is the first time a U.S. government agency has approved lab-grown meat, so there are plenty of questions surrounding its production, safety, and availability. Wondering what lab-grown meat actually is, whether it's safe, and when you might expect to see it on grocery store shelves. I wouldn't say it would be on the shelf, but here's what we know so far. What is lab-grown meat? Growing meat in a lab is a different process than traditional farming, to say the least. But the meat it creates is biologically the same for real chicken. I call BS. At Upside Foods, it all starts with a cell sample from the living chicken. Why even go there when you can just grow the chicken? Anyway, I'm sick of them. Hence lab-grown meat, alternative name, cell-cultured meat, or cultivated meat. One would think cultivated, meaning cultivated off of a farm, so that they're going to use that trickery. We take a cell sample from an animal or fertilized egg and extract the cell that have the ability to grow into animal tissue or meat. Upside Foods Director of Communication told Health, his name is David K. From there, we put those cells into a large stainless steel tank called a cultivator that resembles beer brewing equipment. We then provide the cells with the nutrients they need to grow and multiply. You might think of Upside chicken product processed as the meat equivalent of growing plants in a greenhouse. Bullshit. Now, there is no way that they are going to convince people. They are going to push this on people, and they're going to start with the restaurants. Then they're going to have it in the stores. I mean, this is why things need to be labeled. And I remember over 10 years ago, I was pushing for the label of genetically modified organisms that were in food, and the industry was fighting tooth and nail, and we still don't have it the way it should be. Now they're going to be introducing this frankenfood. So at this point, you're going to have to become friends with farmers or become a farmer, because it's just downhill from here. I mean, and people like to say the bar is in hell. No, it's not. The devil was standing there, jaw dropped, eyes bulging, when the bar disintegrated in the 9th level of hell while he was standing there. It says cultivating meat enables the same biological process that happens inside an animal by providing warmth and the basic elements needed to build muscle and fat, protein, water, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and minerals. What does the FDA's no further questions ruling mean? Lab-grown meat has long been a dream in the minds of food innovators, but until now, government agencies have remained mum about its sustainability for human consumption. In brief, the FDA's ruling mean Upside lab-grown chicken is safe for humans to eat because it does not differ from regular chicken on a cellular level. I don't know who's taking the FDA seriously at this point. As many people who have been hooked on, the painkillers that they said was not addictive like that, the fact that there are foods and ingredients and chemicals and all types of things that have been banned in other countries, and we still have it here in the United States in our foods, should tell you nobody should believe anything from the FDA. They're full of ish. In its rigorous pre-marketing safety review of upside, you know what, I'm not even going to read any more of this because it's bull. It says here, are there any safety concerns? Granted, eating chicken created in a stainless steel vat may sound a little odd. If you're skeptical about the prospect of lab-grown poultry, you're not alone. Some people have even expressed concerns that the cell-cultured meat could pose unforeseen health risk. I believe that too, because you're messing with cells. You're messing with this at a cellular level, and I can see it creating issues because it does different things in different bodies. It's just like the pandemic. It didn't affect some people and it did affect other people's, and I believe the same thing will happen with this meat. I don't trust it. It sounds weird. It sounds off. I'm sorry. These organizations approved a emergency experimental thing for when the pandemic was going. There is no confidence. These people are insane. They think themselves as a god. If Bill Gates would stop buying up farmland because he has a stake in this lab-grown meat, it's all about the money. All you have to do is follow the money. I mean, the Beyond stuff that we see in the store right now, that was Bill Gates. He funded that. I don't believe that he's human. He's evil. He has said so many devastating things with a smile on his face. He's just, I mean, even if he ate it, or even took, that medicine during the pandemic, I believe because he's not human and he's something horrible, that it wouldn't affect him. So that's why he could stand up there and say, well, I ate it, or I took this and I'm just fine. But yeah, he's one of these depopulate the world, I guess technology will provide for them type people. He wants to say who gets to live, who doesn't. He wants to have control because his Microsoft software is shitty, and so he has to find another avenue to go down. Yeah, he has no life. He has nothing to do with his time. So he has become evil, and he has started pouring into these projects that nothing good is going to come out of. Now, they said the upside is that it's sustainable. Yeah, whatever. They can eat it. I'm not. Now that the lab-grown meat has been approved by the FDA, that people want to know, when is it going to be available? And they said they don't have that information. And just to end on a lie, studies show that 80% of U.S. consumers report they are likely to try cultivated meat. Bullshit. Now, drop a comment. Are you one of the 80% that are going to try cultivated lab-grown meat from a sale that they've been messing with and we don't know what they've been doing with? Are you really going to eat that? Let me know. Are you curious? Do you want to try it? Because I ended up trying that Beyond Meat, the plant-based. You could tell it wasn't meat. It was nasty. It had some type of aftertaste. I tasted it and I never ate it again. It's disgusting. If you're going to go plant-based, go plant-based. Just eat the plants. With the meat, no. It's a hard no for me. I'm going to pass. You can let me know if you're one of the ones who would taste it just to see what it tastes like. The pictures that they showed, because I saw a picture somewhere, it looked disgusting. It looked gray. It looked like somebody boiled it or something. It didn't look appetizing. It didn't look fresh. It didn't look good. And it's never going to happen over here in this household. But I'll go ahead and end the video right here. Let me know if you would taste it or not. And let me know if you think that this could have some adverse health effects. And I'll see you in the next one.